Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And since we're still in the month of October, I'm going to be doing yet another nostalgic Halloween special. And today it's the 1977 special, Halloween is Grinch Night. Here is your trivia question for today. In this Dr. Seuss Halloween special, what do they call the bathroom? The answer will be at the end of this video. So our special starts off back in Whoville, where all of our Whos seem to be enjoying a wonderful fall day. Well, that is at least until a sour, sweet wind comes blowing through. Immediately, all of the Whos begin rushing back into their homes and barricading themselves in, because they know when that wind blows, it means it's Grinch night. And indeed, the Grinch loves this kind of weather and is now planning to descend all the way down to Whoville to terrorize the citizens. He instructs his dog Max to go and retrieve his paraphernalia wagon. That's right, that's what he calls it. And then begins the long trek down to Whoville. Now, unfortunately for one particular Who, Euchariah has to use the bathroom, and for some reason in Whoville, they've decided to not use indoor plumbing. So right as he tries to walk out towards the bathroom, he gets sucked up by the strong wind and pulled up the mountainside. He is unfortunately blown directly into the path of the Grinch. Euchariah attempts to take a stand against the Grinch so he can perhaps save the rest of the town, but that's when the Grinch opens his paraphernalia wagon and apparently gives him acid because, wow, there's an incredibly cool but really crazy scene and sequence of him going through what is either actually happening or is a really bad trip. So will the Grinch's fear tactics take over Euchariah, or will he actually be able to get back home to his family? This special was directed by Gerard Baldwin, and of course it was actually written by Dr. Seuss, but it wasn't a book before it was a special. In fact, both of them came out at the exact same time. Now, of course, this is supposed to be a prequel story to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, the only thing that causes a problem with that is Max leaving with Euchariah at the end, which probably means one of three things. Either one, Max ended up missing the Grinch and came back to him. Two, Max is still with Euchariah and the Grinch has now found another dog that he's tormenting. Or three, the Grinch just kidnapped him and brought him back. What's interesting is apparently Dr. Seuss actually prefers this adaptation over the Chuck Jones adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, being the fact that the word Halloween is never used in this, there are some times where you'll see the special called It's Grinch Night or just Grinch Night. This is the first Dr. Seuss special that did not use a Cat in the Hat Productions. This was also the first Dr. Seuss special to appear on ABC. Also, Halloween is Grinch Night is the only one of the three Grinch animated specials that doesn't end with the Grinch being good. Unfortunately, Boris Karloff passed away before this special, so he wasn't able to reprise his role as the narrator. Hans Conried was brought in to do the narrator and the Grinch for this one. Unfortunately, though, he was ill when they were trying to do the third one, so he wasn't able to do it for the Grinch's the Cat in the Hat. Thurl Ravenscroft, who did the singing in the first special, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, came back for some of the songs in this one. The howling hackencracks, which are mentioned in this special, would actually be used again in another Dr. Seuss book called Oh the Places You'll Go. The Bricklebush that appears in this special originally appeared in the book What Was I Scared Of? In the song I Wouldn't Go Out on a Night Like This, the different money increments that they use are $1.50, $2.50, $6.60, $60.60, and $66,600,066. It has also been pointed out that that numerical amount at the end can also represent 666, just proving how evil the Grinch is. Something else I just wanted to point out is how delightfully goofy this little special is, as the Grinch actually gets a song all about his eyebrows. So when it comes to the special, Halloween is Grinch Night, it's still fun, it's still something I would recommend watching with your kids, but I would say it hasn't aged gracefully, so I think I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Now, as for the trivia question from the beginning of this episode, in this Dr. Seuss Halloween special, what do they call the bathroom? So in this special, they apparently call the bathroom the euphemism, which I just have to say, Euchariah being flung through the air at high speeds by wind, I get the feeling he doesn't need to go anymore and may have euphemized all over himself. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews, and if there's any other specials or movies that you want to see get a review, just go ahead and mention them in the comments.